Randy Norris Jr. with us, just committed to the Giants this week in San Francisco and going ahead toward Arizona here in the next week or so, next day or so.
Yes, sir.
Randy, what about, we're right now at the spot you played at Dudley High School, at the shortstop spot on your old baseball field, played a lot of games here your senior year. Let's go back now and look at some things. You left Dudley, you left here, got the work done here, and the work went well here your senior year. Went to Winston State. When you went to WSSU, the Rams, what did they do over there that got you ready for where you are now?
Oh, they pushed me to the max. It was never a moment they did not push me. When I got in, they already told me from the start, it was like, yeah, you're going to be Coach Richie's protege. Like, you know, he's going to work you hard because he sees potential in me. So it was never a moment where they didn't push me hard. He had me play all over the place. I played shortstop for maybe a week when I got in. Then I moved over to third base, and I played a little bit of first base. And then once the season started in the spring, I ended up playing second base for the whole season. But I had a feel of every position in the infield already. And then going into the next year, he was like, I think we're going to throw Randy in the outfield. So that's when I started playing center a little bit. Then I had to come back in the infield some more, play second base, and then I started playing first base again. So now I had, you know, a large arsenal of a lot of positions I could play. By my junior year, he said, all right, you're just going to play center field. So play center field, but it was never a moment he pushed me at every single position I was at. It was never a moment where he did not push me at any position. Coach Woodall hit me with my bat long ways, you know. I started off, you know, a little rocky, but Coach Woodall worked me, put the extra work in with me, got my swing going real quick. So it definitely was a hard grind with both of them.
What did you do when you got to Winston State? I mean, when you were over here at Dudley, and we were, you know, with your dad at Hopwood Andrews and on those travel teams. I remember seeing you one time on a Sunday afternoon over at Stoner White Stadium. You guys with the Colt baseball team that headed to Lafayette, Indiana, Sunday after you guys went out and took off to Lafayette. Back in those days, I remember Randy. Little Randy was fairly tall, but he was fairly lean. How did you get those arms? You built muscle. How'd you get strong when you got to the Rams?
I definitely know once I got there, they pushed me. It was not a moment of time they let me slack off in the weight room at all either. Once I got here to Dudley, that's when I got into lifting weights, stuff like that. Coach Mack, one of the football coaches,
he was tough.
He was tough. It was not a moment of time that Coach Mack did not push me, even when I was in the weight room, because he wanted to see me, you know, lose a little weight, get bigger, stuff like that, because that's all he was about. It was always about lifting weights, you know, being fit, stuff like that. So once I got in that weight program, stuff like that, I kept furthering on. I went down the road, I kept working out. It wasn't a time where I got in the weight room and I didn't want to, you know, go to the best of my ability. It was always a time that I wanted to keep pushing myself. So once I got to Winston, I got in the weight room there, kept pushing harder. My strength and conditioning coach there pushed me. He talked smack to me every day, you know, just to make sure that I was getting my work done. I wasn't cheating myself. I was going hard 24/7, and that's how I got here, you know, kept pushing myself. By the time I got this year, I was on the little guy saying, you know, you got to get big. Like, it's not a moment of time you come in here and you're not thinking about, all right, I got to get bigger, I got to get stronger, or something like that. So it definitely was great.
How did you stay consistent at the plate when you started to see the muscle increase and get a little bit stronger? How did you stay smooth and have a good swing and consistent at the plate?
I gotta say, Coach Woodall, he always, you know, told me little things. Sometimes I would get a little antsy, you know, try to show the power off because I got a little bigger, something like that. But Coach Woodall was never about, you know, hitting home runs, stuff like that. He was always like, go back to hitting the ball backside, because that was my game. That was always my game, is hitting the ball backside. So as long as I stayed backside the whole time, that was all that mattered to me. It was never really about hitting home runs to me. It was always about staying backside, getting on base, you know, just letting the hands work, doing whatever I need to do to get on base.
And so the Rams got you ready?
Yes, they surely did.